is the red-walled inner sanctum of the empire, a sacred core where none but the emperor's household may live and move freely. The emperor has many names. His family name is Aisin-gyoro Hongli, which tells of his ancestry among the Tungusic tribes that dwelt in the wintry mountains and steppe of the region known as Manchuria, far to the northeast. Aisin-gyoro Hongli's forebears unified the tribes politically and militarily under a common identity, the Manchus. In the 17th century, as the Ming Empire ailed, the Manchus swept south and proclaimed a new ruling dynasty, the Qing. Qing armies, led by Manchu generals, took Peking in 1644. Over the decades, the Qing has come to dominate a huge tract of Asia, from tropical southern seas through the Chinese-speaking heartland to the Tibetan highlands and the great Central Asian deserts, a mighty conglomeration of geography, ethnicity, languages and cultures. Aisin-gyoro Hongli, more commonly known by his reign name, Qianlong, is the 6th emperor of the Qing. As he sits in his heated litter on that winter morning in 1765, Qianlong is ending the 3rd decade of his reign. He is 53 years old, a tall man whose portraits suggest fine features, perhaps a prominent nose, a strong chin. He reigns in a period of nascent industrialization and globalization. In Britain, James Watt is designing the steam engine. The young prodigy Mozart is performing across Europe. Louis XV is at Versailles. In America, colonists are violently resisting taxation by the British Crown. Japan is closed and isolated. The eunuchs bearing Qianlong's litter set him down at the Palace of Earthly Tranquility. It's still dark. Inside, shamans conduct the rites of the morning. Secret ceremonies presided over by women, conducted in the Manchu language according to Manchu tradition, accessible only to those of Manchu ancestry. A part of the palace serves as a kitchen to cook great slabs of meat as offerings to the Manchu deities. Qianlong communes with his ancestors for an hour. The air is filled with ritual music, smoke, and the smell of boiled pork. At 5 a.m., Qianlong takes a drink of sweetened swallow's nest soup. The eunuchs bear him out of the Forbidden City, through a western gate, to the lake palaces. At 6, he breakfasts in the studio of convivial delight. The dishes, meats, dumplings, soups, prepared in a kitchen with 100 stoves and brought to the table in wrappings of yellow silk. The setting for the emperor's breakfast is magnificent. He eats from dishes of silver and from porcelain manufactured in the imperial kilns, with implements of silver, gold, and jade. He eats alone and quickly. After 15 minutes he is gone, his leavings distributed among his family and household. As dawn breaks, the litter brings Qianlong back into the Forbidden City to his study in the Palace of Heavenly Purity, where, surrounded by books and maps and paintings, he passes some time reading. He reads in classical Chinese, from texts on history and government, immersing himself in the precedents set by his forefathers, learning from their reigns. The emperor has many faces, and he must be master of them all. To his Manchu-dominated court and military, he's the scion of a conquering dynasty. To the Chinese-speaking bureaucracy and elites and hundreds of millions of his subjects, he is a ruler in the Confucian tradition of ethics, statesmanship, and ritual, a bringer of moral order, stability, and prosperity. To Tibetans and Mongolians, he is a devout Buddhist, studying the scriptures and worshipping at the